latest massive milestone has been my Mazza, which I completed on the 20th of December, which was a huge milestone in the joggle journey, which is running from John O'Groats to Land's End, which is going to be in a minuscule March, April, May, June, 5 months. So yeah, that was huge for me, a huge accomplishment. If you'd said to me 10 months ago, Sean, that I would have run a marathon unsupported in terms of a race, I would have laughed in your face. So the marathon itself was an absolute ball ache. The day before, as you know, we went into tier 4. So I had like these amazing plans where I was going to have people run along with me and support me along the challenge, as it were, the race or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it was basically shot to pieces by good old Boris the night before. So I had to pivot, change my plans. It was a lot lonelier than expected. But yeah, a massive achievement. I mean, there's just been a barrage of shit, to be honest. Like, I had 2 weeks prior to my marathon, I had just buried my brother Wayne. And he had been super poorly prior to that for about 2 months. So there was just loads of emotional stuff going on. Like for me, like energy was low because I was having to go to hospital every day for the 2 months. And yeah, just the lead up to it was pretty traumatic, to be honest.
How was the actual marathon?
Mazza itself, yeah, it was character building for sure. I take my hat off to anyone that has done a marathon because I like to think that I'm quite a seasoned athlete or everyday athlete that has put in a barrage of training throughout the last few years, and endurance training to that extent and running for that amount of time is like intense. Like, it's just a mind funk. You get to like the last 10K and you're like questioning everything, like everything in your whole body. Like, yeah, you just home in on so many different things. You got like this internal like chitter chatter. It's bloody brutal. And I think the realization sort of came in at the end that I was like, shit, I've got to do like 2 of these a day for 16 consecutive days when I do joggle. So yeah, intense. How can I encourage people to get running? I mean, if you'd asked me that 10 months ago, I'd have been like, there's no way I'd encourage anyone to get running because it's bloody painful. But one of the most amazing things that Fletcher's taught me is that like running doesn't necessarily have to be hard. And I think you'll agree with me that initially we set out with like this thought process that running is going to fucking hurt. Am I right?
Yeah.
And it was actually over there that I remember doing, I think it was my second virtual run with Fletch, and it was the easy run. I was like, there's no such thing as an easy run. And his famous words are, can you do this whole run again? Thinking about it, having to pull back the pace, and being like, actually, could I do this whole 45 minutes again? Made me think about like one of the main factors. The majority of my life I've been running too fast, and that's why I couldn't keep going. So yeah, it's like, for me now, it's like the easiest form of training. There's no or very little like friction barrier to entry. you just pull on your trainers. And I mean, especially like now, like we're in lockdown, no gyms are open. Not everyone's as lucky as me that has like a setup at home, and you can just pull on your like trainers and get out there and get some fresh air, get yourself like immersed in nature as well. And for me, it's been like the best meditation, Sean. Like, it's actually made me lean into my thoughts and feelings and been like a form of like therapy as well.